This mother-in-law is so hateful. Just because my daughter-in-law is cooking. Accidentally knocked over a cooked hen. So she stuffed the hen into her daughter-in-law. Let it eat in the mouth of the flour. I still hate her for not being able to have children. Another useless mute. Therefore, daily beatings and scolding have become a habit of the mother-in-law. Loving husband of wife. Flowers can only end with a few words, anytime. Just write down what you want to say in a notebook. Communicate with Hoa's husband. Look at my wife who always feels wronged. But I can only comfort you silently. This woman's name is Hoa. At age 16, Hoa was chosen by her husband through a blind date. Hoa's husband is a trustworthy man. Hoa married him in a lightning marriage. At first, the relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are quite harmonious. Even the fact that flowers are stupid, no contempt. Until he found out that Hoa was sterile, that his temperament had changed dramatically, give up endless work to do every day, and not enough food. Hoa chooses to go to work early every day. The most relaxing time is when you have no work. Today, Hoa will go to the field to bring corn home, feed poultry. Skinny body carrying a big basket of corn. She can't breathe. Hoa had to face a depressing lifetime and time again. Daily. Difficult to communicate because of inability to speak. Bullied everywhere. Like this basket of corn, it fell to the ground. Hoa finds life boring. I hope my husband comes back every day. Deliberately makes things difficult. Or is it because Hoa is that she fell to the ground? She could only pick corn quietly. After finishing her work, Hoa returned home. Mother's Paige, in legal trouble, was greeted as soon as she walked in the door. Paige dislikes flowers, is too slow. Hoa came back early to cook for her mother-in-law. Hoa put things down and cook for me immediately. The chicken was cooked immediately. Hoa went to the kitchen and continued working. At this time, mother-in-law still scolding. No matter what her daughter-in-law does, she is not satisfied. For such things, Hoa is used to it. Because she can't speak, there is no way to refute this old lady. She took out the prepared chicken soup. Because it's too hot, Hoa accidentally dropped it. Evil mother-in-law hears sound. Come and scold Hoa. She also tied one. Flowers to eat chickens fall on the ground. Mouth speaks evil words. Beating and scolding Hoa made everything go wrong. Mother-in-law is so cruel. Look at the old lady's posture. As if she wanted to eat the whole flower. This man is Hoa's husband. His name is Hung. Hoa's husband came home, got off work, and saw this. Go ahead and protect your wife immediately. Argue with mother. I must say that Hoa married a good man. Stand by the wife first. Comforting husband. Let him tell his wife. If the wife has anything, write it down and tell him. He will protect Hoa. The next morning, Hung has gone to work. Hoa is still having breakfast. Mother-in-law saw her son go to work. She immediately regained her fierce look. She didn't even give Hoa a meal. She asked Hoa to go out to work with her. Hoa's mother-in-law continued talking on the way, while directing the anger of the United States. At the same time, she also cursed Hoa. A hen that doesn't lay eggs. She said something and asked Hoa to bring 2 bamboo trees. She also stepped on the bamboo as a joke. Even if a flower uses all her power, she can't move it. Old lady come home, even more aggressive. People could hear screaming and cursing. In the surrounding villages, those who do not know will think that daughter-in-law committed some crime. What sin can make mother-in-law so angry? The page is just to satisfy my perverted psychology. Talk and scold. The work at hand must be completed. The old lady is not a good person. She will destroy anything Hoa has done. Trang doesn't want Hoa to have an easy time. The corn has not been harvested yet. The old lady began. Ask Hoa to go to the cornfield again. Take all the corn home. Hoa could only swallow her anger and work silently, because she knew not to follow the old lady's picture. It will only lead to harsher treatment. Helpless, she can only use her skinny body. Bring back lots of corn. Hoa could not express her dissatisfaction. Hoa could only think to herself when she got home. The old lady began to eat alone. She doesn't want Hoa to eat with her and threatened to tell her to get out. Don't bother her eating. Flowers sadly step out. Her husband just happened to see her when he comes home from work. Saw his mother eating. Flowers are crying. Hung felt pain in his heart. Hung knew immediately that the old woman did not feed his wife. This time he can't stand it. Decided to talk to his mother. Why does mom treat Hoa like this so many times? Old lady, not to be outdone. It means one, Hoa has been married to their family for 2 years. Hoa still hasn't given them a grandson, and said that Hoa was a hen that could not lay eggs. How can he not be angry? The husband said that it was between him and Hoa. Having children is not an old woman's job, or not. And asked mom later. Good to his wife. Don't make things difficult for your wife anymore. Who knows that mother-in-law will not only not listen, she also scolded her son. She also said that if he didn't have a grandson, then let both of them divorce, then find a new daughter-in-law and come back. Kick Hoa out of the house. Then she threw something away. Hung told his wife not to worry. It is between us. Take your time, don't worry. He will take care of his mother. We can move out. I won't let her be wrong again. So Hoa's mother-in-law will really change. How can her husband protect her? Pay attention to the mute bride. Next episode will be more interesting. Evil mother-in-law. To chase away the infertile daughter-in-law. Make things difficult for her. Hoa cannot speak. Flower can only bear it all in silence. She thinks her tolerance. In exchange for the peace of the mother-in-law, Hoa did not expect her mother-in-law to kick her out. Even falsely accused Hoa of having an affair with someone else. In the morning when the sun rises, mother-in-law stood outside the gate and called. She cursed Hoa in the room. Sleep all day. What time is it? Still not up to go to work. Just when mother-in-law Hoa was about to lose patience, Hoa steps out of the house, even though she is still on her period. At this time, but my mother-in-law doesn't care that much. Her problem go out work with her. On the way to the mountain behind, mother-in-law does not like Hoa to go too fast. Suspect that she wants to tire herself out, like an old woman. Probably no matter what Hoa does. Hoa cannot please mother-in-law. After reaching the cornfield on the hillside, Hoa started working without saying a word. After she worked here for a while, mother-in-law Hoa came here late. After coming here, mother-in-law also did not say that she was serious about her work. She is nearby, like it's done. Maybe that's why she came here. Do nothing, but look at the flower. She seemed to leave Hoa with no way out. The sky is sunny today. Mother-in-law sweat. At this time, she not only did not reflect, because she doesn't wear a straw hat when she goes out. Instead, she is the one blaming her. Said she knew Hoa had a hat. Hoa did not know to remind her to wear a straw hat. Mother-in-law angry. She threw Hoa's hat straight to the ground and take a few steps. Hoa people are used to oppression. She is used to it. After reprimanding Hoa, she caught. Hoa continues to work and cannot stop. Her own child went to rest under the tree. She is lazy. She just bullied her silent daughter-in-law. And Hoa due to his physical disability and personality issues. Hoa is always patient with her mother-in-law. It's just her patience. She did not get any sympathy from her mother-in-law. Instead, it made her worse. Hoa is being bullied. People like Hoa are working hard there. Mother-in-law started to enjoy. She spread corn leaves on the ground. Later, she lay down and fell asleep leisurely. Hot weather. Paige, the person who made Hoa work, sweated a lot. At this time, she needs to replenish the lost water. So she started looking around. Potable water source. After a while searching, but no water source was found. But she also found one good thing. She is in a place full of weeds. A wild pineapple plant was discovered. Tree of ripe gold. Pineapple flowers picked from the tree. Ready to use for rehydration. At this time, mother-in-law is lying on the ground resting. There is no noise around. Immediately sit up from the ground. Lazy Hoa essay. Started looking for Hoa's shadow everywhere. She just walked out a few steps. Accidentally met Hoa with a pineapple neck in her hand. Come back again. Although Hoa tried its best to explain. This fruit. She found it to eat with her mother-in-law. But mother-in-law does not believe that. Just thought she wanted to be alone. Eat alone secretly. So she stole the pineapple. Watch mom plant flowers. Hoa was also angry and speechless. So she continued mowing the lawn. And mother-in-law, after getting the pineapple, sit down to one side and start peeling the pineapple. After peeling, mother-in-law started eating directly. There is no test. Think about not feeding the flowers. Although Hoa cannot say, but Hoa can still hear. Hoa heard her mother-in-law eating there. Hoa also really wants to go there. Please give me a bite to eat. After thinking, Hoa still uses her actions to show her mother-in-law. Hoa also wants to eat a piece. The cruel mother-in-law not only did not sympathize with Hoa, instead she mocked her. Flower covered the ground with pineapple grass. Hoa held it in her hand and looked at it many times. Finally, it was thrown helplessly to the ground. Even when she is thirsty again, will not accept such charity from a cruel mother-in-law. After a period of time, mother-in-law said, Hoa, go get me some water and come back for a drink. I don't want to be a flower when I was born. She could only find water. At her request, she used a leaf next to a broken water pipe. Get some clean mountain spring water. Then keep these mountain spring waters. Hoa carefully returned to her mother-in-law's side. Furthermore, mother-in-law Hoa really doesn't want to drink water at all. She tried to trick her and make things difficult for her, but has directed and acted. Blame it all on the daughter-in-law. She took this opportunity. Pour all the water on the flower's head. And not only that, she even started swearing. Hoa is a hen that cannot lay eggs. You don't have to think about it. This is why she is really giving Hoa a hard time. After the job is done, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law walking home. On the way home, Tian and Kwong has met. The police once saved Hoa. Enthusiastic and said nothing. Just worry about flowers. Ask her if she feels better. Just these few words made Hoa's mother-in-law suspicious. She always keeps a close eye on Hoa. Never let her socialize with strangers. So no matter how Kwong and Hoa explain, she thought, there is a hidden relationship between these two people. To find out this, also beat Hoa. She returned home angry. Catch Kwong and Hoa. Explain in front of his son about today's ambiguous relationship. At that time, Kwong was having urgent work. Kwong told me to go to my grandmother's house because there was urgent matter. She did not let Kwong go. Catch Kwong. Sit here honestly. Not going anywhere. And he went out. Start calling your son. She said that Hoa had people outside. Tell your child to go home and solve this problem immediately. After the phone call, she thought this incident. Maybe I can make my son divorce Hoa to get someone else. Then she went back home. Now she hopes that before her son returns, to find out what really happened. Kwong is a kind person. Accidentally saw Hoa being made difficult by her mother-in-law. Should ask Hoa. Of course, it made her suspicious. This also made Hoa's mother-in-law angry. Just then, Hoa's husband came home. After mother-in-law heard the sound of motorbike. Get out of the house immediately. What did she do it for? I find that bad people complain first. It is the perverted mind of the seedy one, destined to be unattainable. Hoa's husband saw that it was Kwong. Hung quickly shook his hand. Two policemen are not just colleagues, still friends. Hung did not believe what his mother said. This time more sure. Hung said, "This is Mom doing something." Before, Mother used many different methods. Tried to chase away Hoa. So this scene, Hung is not surprised. Know that. My son won't believe his own words. She could only leave here in despair. She returned to her room, without thinking about myself, but still continued to plan how to chase Hoa away. Mayor Bradfirk mud yindruinus ian, onid you high. Gaduch ike medaleo isod.